clear day here in Sydney at Eastern Creek, with big crowds packing the grandstand and the paddock areas. Mark Skaife leads the way in race 2 of round 3. He's got Marcus Ambrose 2.2 seconds behind him, but Mark Skaife in car number 1 has Max Wilson. Because remember that at Phillip Island when Max Wilson jumped in the middle of these two, it ended in tears for Marcus Ambrose. Ambrose in the car number 4 Pertec Falcon comes up on the inside of Wilson and gets past him. The Brazilian is way back in the field, so he makes room this time. And Ambrose gets through, gets a little bit sideways as he comes down to turn 10. There's the race score, tells the story. Skaife, Ambrose and Lowndes are at the pointy end of the field. This is Marcus Ambrose you're watching, the Rookie of the Year last year in 2001.
It was nice to see, sorry mate, it was nice to see the forward runner of Wilson let another forward by. So obviously we're all starting to work as a team now, which is great news for forward. And because Marcus is doing a great job, and I'd hate to see something like that happen and, you know, finish up what I call a great race for him.
Another blowout for Paul Wheel.
Yeah, flat tyre here from pit lane on the front right of the K&J thermal car, so they've not had a good run today. Damage, you can see that rear wheel came off.
Oh. That's a tough day at the office doing that. Oh, the wheel's cut in half.
Everything's gone on.
The wheel has been sliced in two.
Yeah.
He'd already lost the rear, come in and got that fixed up, and now the front has gone as well.
Well, that could be. I've had this similar thing in the past. It's where a brake caliper or a rock actually gets caught between the caliper and the wheel, and it actually cuts the wheel in half. That's how you get a blowout, and then the wheel falls in half.
We have heard of that on a couple of occasions previously in V8 Supercars, happened to Larkham as well.
That's right.
Just like putting it on a lathe.
That happened with me, yeah.
So that's comparing the lap times of race leader Mark Skaife and Marcus Ambrose of the 5 last laps, and you can see it's a very, very close contest. Ambrose is holding him. The gap is down to 2.1. It's been jumping around between 2.4. So these cars very evenly matched, but Skaife just has that crucial 2-second bumper.
The Pertec Ford Falcon of Marcus Ambrose in perspective for the championship. You talked about a bit of bad luck and all that kind of stuff that he's had throughout. I mean, he's only finished 1 race for the both weekends that we've had for both rounds. Had he finished both of those races, and realistically he was in a top 5 position at both Adelaide and Phillip Island, he'd be second in the championship, at least second in the championship. He couldn't overhaul Mark Skaife, but he'd be right up there coming in here. The difference is
a 7.8 second gap at the moment.
He comes here in 7th position overall on the championship. After race 1, he's bumped that up into 5th. And like you were saying during race 1, Wayne, that, you know, the challenge is to try and catch 2nd position in the championship. You know you can't get Skaife here. That's what you're aiming for.
Absolutely. That's what the team have got their focus on right now. And yeah, they're doing their best, obviously. But look, I think talent's going to prevail here. And it's a long year ahead. And consistently, Marcus is up the front in the Stone Brothers car, so, you know, I'd say it's only a matter of time before he actually does get second in the championship. And listening to the radio here of Lowndes, he's hurting on the rear tyres. He's burning those rear tyres up because he's very concerned about Tander coming. So he's got a different car today. They've changed springs, and I heard that there was springs spread all over the floor. They've changed the car obviously a lot. From what I can see, they've stiffened it up. It's got a lot more turn, but it is burning the rear tyres up big time, and he's very concerned about Tander is on his way, and can he catch him before the end of the race?
Tander's got it. Let's check it out. 10 seconds. About 7.3 seconds. Garth Tander's behind Craig Lowndes, so that gap's stabilised a bit. But Lowndes has been able to respond, but the question is how long. He hasn't got that far to go now. Lap 35 or 39. He might be able to hang on. Whoa! So Stephen Ellery having a big lock-up on the turn into. There he is. Up on the grass in the background there. So the Super Cheap Autos car locked him up coming into turn 2. Lost himself a few positions as a result.
That's what happens. You try really hard, and then you overdo it. You know, there's a level, and particularly when the tyres are old and you're getting tired as well, and there's a lot of carbon monoxide in there, and of course he got in there hot trying to make up, you know, a little bit of time on the guy in front, and of course locked the rears. He's gone off and going, oh man, lose about 10 spots.
Yep.
That's just getting a bit too anxious with 3 or 4 laps to go. It was unfortunate for him.
Nerves are starting to build as they're all trying to clamour for championship points. You've got to complete a race to get any championship points. That's the rule. battles in V8 Supercar racing this year. Lap 36 of 39. Let's take a look at how they're sitting. Scaife and Ambrose still out in front. Lowndes is under a fair deal of pressure from Gartand, and then there's Kelly, Faulkner, Murphy and Stephen Johnson.
Paul Radisich and John Bell round out the top 10 for coming up for a big finish. Don't miss it.